This is Mario Balotelli. Before this season, he had already lived a full football life. He played for Manchester City, won trophies, and showed flashes of the player people believed he could become. He played for Inter, where he lifted the Champions League and wrote his name into football history. And yet, despite all of that success, his career was never truly settled. Questions followed him everywhere, about his consistency, about his mentality, about whether his talent would ever fully be realized. In FIFA 14, he arrives at AC Milan, 23 years old, rated 84 overall. This isn't the start of his career. It's the moment where control changes hands. From here, I'll take over every decision, play every season properly, and follow his journey from FIFA 14 all the way to FC 26. Every goal will be counted. Every trophy will matter. Every season will leave its mark. And the challenge ahead is brutal. Mario Balotelli must win 5 Ballon d'Ors, lead Italy to 2 international trophies, break history with 10 Serie A titles, conquer Europe with 5 Champions Leagues, finish as Serie A top scorer 7 times, score 800 career goals, reach 99 overall, and collect 35 trophies. But this journey isn't just about trophies. It's about records. Can Mario Balotelli become the all-time top scorer in Serie A? Can he dominate Europe and rewrite history in the UEFA Champions League? On the biggest stage, the FIFA World Cup, can he deliver when it matters most? And in the UEFA European Championship, can he leave his name at the top? These records aren't promised, they're earned. Let's find out. This is the squad Mario Balotelli starts with. He's the main man at 84 overall, and everything will be built around him. There's one rule for this career: in every FIFA, I can sign one teammate for Balotelli. This time it's gonna be Verratti from PSG. Season 1 was never about rewriting history. It was about finding direction. When Mario Balotelli arrived at AC Milan for this chapter of his career, the expectations were unclear, and the doubts were louder than the belief. From the opening match, one thing became obvious. This team would live and die by his movement, his presence in the box, and his ability to decide games in a single moment. The goals didn't arrive in a perfect rhythm. Some were scrappy, some were powerful, some were moments of pure instinct. There were games where the chances kept coming, and games where patience was required. But as the weeks passed, Balotelli began to impose himself on matches. Defenders started to step back, goalkeepers stayed rooted, and Milan started to look to one man when the pressure was highest. Alongside him, Verratti grew into the season. The passes became quicker, the movement more intelligent. What started as a partnership slowly became an understanding. Goal after goal, Balotelli's confidence returned. League nights, big matches, moments where one chance was enough. These weren't just numbers on a screen. They were signs of leadership. There were setbacks, missed chances, tough results that tested patience. But every time Milan needed a response, Balotelli was there. By the end of the campaign, he wasn't just the top threat in the team, he was the reference point. The statistics told part of the story, but the bigger picture was clearer. This was a player beginning to trust his own ability again. A striker rediscovering responsibility, a career slowly regaining direction. Season 1 didn't deliver glory. It didn't deliver records. What it delivered was belief. Belief that this journey had meaning. Belief that the challenges ahead weren't impossible. Belief that this wasn't just another chapter, but the start of something much bigger. The foundation was laid, and the story was only just beginning. They finished 3rd place in Serie A. Inter was dominated in this season. They reached Coppa Nazionale final. But Juventus destroyed them. On Champions League, Manchester United beat them in round 1/8. He was very close to win Serie A Golden Boot, just 1 goal away. Now he has 39 goals in Serie A history. But that wasn't end of season. World Cup 2014 were coming. He got 2nd place in group stage. Here comes Netherlands in round 1/8. Italy needed something special, and Mario Balotelli delivered. The first goal wasn't just important, it was a statement. A moment of quality under pressure. Control, confidence, a finish that reminded everyone what he was capable of. With the lead secured, the game opened up. And Balotelli stayed ruthless. A second goal followed, different in style, but just as decisive. 2 goals, 1 knockout match, no hesitation. On a night where Italy needed a hero, Balotelli stepped forward. This wasn't club form anymore. This was the World Cup. But this time, the goal never arrived. Germany found the difference. 1 goal, enough to end the journey. A 1-0 defeat. For Mario Balotelli, the World Cup ended here. So his overall growth to 87. And he scored 25 goals in this season. Not good enough, but better season are ahead. So on World Cup he has already 3 goals in total. And Champions League he has 7 goals. Time to take a look at his challenges. Not big difference, but his overall moved to 87. And he has already 94 goals. Time for next season. Let's dive into FIFA 15. This is how AC Milan squad looks. Also don't forget we need to buy new teammate for Balotelli. So that's gonna be Dybala, let's steal him from Juventus. As FIFA 15 began, Balotelli returned to club football with something to prove. Not to critics, not to headlines, but to himself. From the first match, the difference was visible. His movement was sharper, his decisions quicker, his presence impossible to ignore. The goals arrived early, not just through power, but through intelligence. First-time finishes, well-timed runs, shots taken without hesitation. Defenders tried to adapt. Some stepped deeper, others pressed higher. It didn't matter. Balotelli found space where none seemed to exist. And when space wasn't available, he created it. With each goal, his confidence grew. With each celebration, the weight of expectation became lighter. This season wasn't about moments. It was about rhythm. Game after game, he became the reference point. The player Milan trusted when the match slowed. The player they looked for when the pressure rose. There were still setbacks, matches that demanded patience, moments where chances went begging. But the response was always controlled. No frustration, no panic, just persistence. By the final months of the season, this no longer felt like a player chasing his potential. It felt like a striker who had found consistency. Season 2 didn't deliver answers to every question, but it delivered something just as important. Belief. Belief that this journey wasn't built on hope alone, but on progress. And with that belief, the climb continued. They were very close to win their first Serie A, but it slipped away just 1 point. On Team Cup they lost against Inter in semi-finals. On Champions League they had horrible time, even couldn't make group stage. So they are moving to Europe League. But they did great job there and made final. Across the pitch stands Borussia Mönchengladbach. A disciplined, dangerous opponent. A team that earned its place here. There are no second chances now. No excuses, no tomorrow. 90 minutes to decide whether this season ends in disappointment or in silverware. For Mario Balotelli, this isn't just a final. It's an opportunity to give meaning to the journey, to turn frustration into reward, to take a season that lacked trophies and finish it with something unforgettable. This is the Europa League final. On the biggest night of the season, Mario Balotelli rose to the moment. The first goal broke the tension, a calm finish when everything was on the line. The second goal ended the contest, composed, decisive, unstoppable. 2 goals in a European final. When Milan needed a leader, Balotelli delivered. After a season filled with challenges, this moment made it all worth it. Setbacks, doubts, and missed opportunities all led here. On the biggest night, Mario Balotelli stepped up when it mattered most. 2 goals, 1 final, 1 European trophy. The celebrations weren't just about silverware. They were about belief, proof that this journey is moving forward. Proof that the story isn't finished. Tonight, Milan celebrates. And this is only the beginning. This is his statistic in this season. He scored 24 goals, 14 in Serie A, and 3 on Champions League. Also his overall didn't grow. He clearly couldn't win Serie A Golden Boot. After this season in Italy he has 53 goals. And on Champions League he got already 10 goals. In total he has 118 goals. And 1 more trophy from last season. Let's go to new season and new FIFA. So we are in FIFA 16. And this time we are gonna buy new defender, that will be John Stones from Everton. With him our squad looks much better. Hope this year they are gonna start winning main trophies. Mario Balotelli entered FIFA 16 no longer chasing confidence. He was playing with it. From the opening matches, the difference was clear. More authority, more calm in front of goal, more responsibility taken in decisive moments. The goals came with variety. Powerful finishes inside the box. Confident strikes from distance, composed one-on-one moments where time seemed to slow down. Defenders knew what was coming, and still, they struggled to stop it. This season wasn't about proving talent. That question had already been answered. It was about consistency. Game after game, Balotelli delivered. When Milan needed an opener, when they needed a response, when they needed control, the celebrations said it all. Less emotion, more focus. A striker who understood his role. A leader who accepted expectation. There were difficult matches, tight defenses, moments where patience was required. But the outcome remained familiar. Another chance, another finish, another goal. By the end of the season, this no longer felt like a comeback story. It felt like progression. Season 3 wasn't about moments of brilliance alone. It was about authority, and the journey was gaining momentum. But still results in Serie A was awful. They even can't play on Champions League next year. This year they lost against Manchester City. Team Cup, they made final against Lazio. It's a great chance to save season with 1 trophy. Round by round, Milan stayed alive. Grinding results, fighting through pressure, and now, 1 final match remains. Against Lazio, 90 minutes to decide whether this season ends quietly or with silverware. For Mario Balotelli, this is another chance. Another final. Another moment where responsibility finds him. The road here hasn't been perfect. But finals don't ask how you arrived. They ask one question: who is ready to deliver? One match, one goal, that was the difference. Against Lazio, the final slipped away. A 1-0 defeat. No celebrations, no silverware, just silence. Season 3 ends without a trophy. And sometimes, that hurts more than anything else. But that wasn't end of season. Euro 2016 were coming. After disappointment at club level, another opportunity arrived. The European Championship. For Italy, it became a journey of resilience. Tight matches, hard-fought victories, a team built on discipline and belief. And at the center of it all, Mario Balotelli. Now, one match remains. The final, Italy against Portugal. 90 minutes to forget the pain of defeat. 90 minutes to write something new. This isn't about club football anymore. This is about a nation, a trophy, and a moment that can define a career. The final is here. In the biggest moment of the tournament, Mario Balotelli rose above everyone. A perfect cross, perfect timing, a powerful header. Italy take the lead in the final. When his country needed him most, Balotelli delivered. But the lead didn't last. One moment was enough. Cristiano Ronaldo rose highest. A header of his own. A reminder of the level required in a final. Portugal were back in it. The balance was restored. But then, one move broke the balance. Nani arrived at the right moment. A decisive finish. Portugal lead the final. The final whistle blows. Italy pushed until the end. Chances came. Time ran out. Portugal hold on. A 2-1 defeat. For Mario Balotelli, the dream ends just short. A goal in the final, but no trophy. Another night where he delivered, and another where football gave no reward. Sometimes, the margin between glory and disappointment is one goal. For Mario, this Euro was very good. He was top scorer with Ronaldo. Also, he got player of tournament. All-time Euro top scorer list, he moved to 7th place with 7 goals. So after this season, Mario Balotelli got 25 goals. 15 in Serie A. Now he has 68 goals in Italy. On Champions League isn't doing well, just 13 goals. It's time to take a look at his challenges. He has already 143 goals in total. Let's go to next season in FIFA 17. And now gonna buy one more defender for Milan. That's gonna be Zappacosta from Torino. With him, our squad in this season looks like this. Season 4 began with unfinished business. Another final had slipped away. Another trophy had been close, but unreachable. The Euro 2016 defeat stayed in the background. Not as frustration, but as fuel. As FIFA 17 started, Mario Balotelli returned sharper, stronger, and more focused. There was less emotion in the celebrations, more intent in every movement. The goals came with authority. Powerful strikes, confident finishes, moments where hesitation no longer existed. Defenders knew what was coming. They just couldn't stop it. This season wasn't about redemption speeches. It was about consistency. Match after match, Balotelli delivered when Milan needed him most. Breaking deadlocks, leading comebacks, deciding games. There were still difficult moments. Tight defenses, nights where patience was tested. But the response was controlled. Professional. By the end of the campaign, this felt like a player in command of his career. Season 4 wasn't loud. It was determined. And the journey was moving forward. And finally they won Serie A. It was really battle with Juventus. Trophy number 10. Balotelli got top scorer in Serie A with 24 goals. Now he has 92 goals in Italy. They couldn't win Coppa Nazionale. Lost against Napoli. Also they couldn't do any better in Europe League. Braga beat them in quarterfinals. But they won Super Coppa. Trophy number 11. He scored 30 goals in this season. But his overall didn't move at all. Still 87. So after this season he has already 4 Serie A trophies. 1 Golden Boot. 173 career goals. And 11 trophies. A new season, a new challenge. As FIFA 18 begins, the journey continues. One rule still stands. One teammate per FIFA. This time, the choice is pace. Power. Direct football. Inaki Williams arrives from Athletic Bilbao. A new partner up front. A different dynamic. From this season on, there's a new rule. If we fail to win the Champions League, there will be consequences. One player from the starting 11 will be released. No exceptions. No protection. The Wheel of Doom decides. Season 5 arrived with pressure. Not just expectations, consequences. Every Champions League match now carried weight. Every missed chance had meaning. And through it all, Mario Balotelli remained the focal point. This season brought a new dynamic. More speed, more direct play. Alongside him, Inaki Williams added pace and movement, stretching defenses, opening space. And Balotelli took advantage. The goals came in different forms. First-time finishes, powerful strikes, headers under pressure. Some goals were instinctive, others demanded patience, but the result was familiar. When Milan needed a moment, Balotelli delivered it. Defenders couldn't press too high. They couldn't sit too deep. Every mistake was punished. This season wasn't just about scoring. It was about responsibility, leadership in big matches, calm when the pressure rose, focus when the stakes were highest. There were nights when the margin felt thin, when one goal could change everything. And Balotelli stepped forward, again and again. Season 5 wasn't played in comfort. It was played under tension. And under that pressure, Mario Balotelli continued to produce. The journey didn't slow down. It intensified. They won Serie A just like that. Trophy number 12. On Champions League, Liverpool beat them. It means someone needs to leave in the next season. They made final of Coppa Nazionale against Juventus. A rivalry defined by history. A match where every moment carries weight. For Mario Balotelli, this is another night of responsibility. Another final where leadership matters more than talent. 90 minutes to turn a league title into a double. 90 minutes to silence doubts. 90 minutes to add another chapter to this journey. The season has already been successful. But finals don't care about what you've won before. They ask one question: who is ready right now? In a final where moments decide everything, Mario Balotelli delivered again. The first goal came from desire. Perfect movement, perfect timing, a powerful header, the kind of goal that changes a final. But he wasn't finished. The second goal was something else. Pure quality, confidence on the ball, a beautiful finish that left no doubt. 2 goals on the biggest domestic stage. Another final decided by one man. Another trophy added. When the pressure is highest, Mario Balotelli continues to answer. After a long season filled with pressure and expectation, this was the reward. Goals in a final, leadership when it mattered most. And another trophy added to the journey. The celebrations aren't just about silverware. They're about progress, about belief turning into results. Mario Balotelli stands at the center of it all, decisive, confident, and trusted in the biggest moments. AC Milan celebrate tonight. And the journey continues. Asterisk. And he is winning another golden boot in Serie A. That is already second. He has already 117 goals in history. That wasn't all of it. World Cup 2018 in Russia were coming. Italy squad looks really strong and very ready to bring World Cup trophy to home. Italy entered the tournament with confidence, and the group stage confirmed it. 2 wins, 6 points, first place, a team in control, a striker in form. Round by round, Italy stayed focused, disciplined, efficient, and now, only one match remains. The final, Italy versus England. 90 minutes to decide everything. 90 minutes for history. For Mario Balotelli, this is the stage he's been chasing. A World Cup final, a chance to turn years of near misses into something unforgettable. The season is over, the world is watching, the final is here. 90 minutes weren't enough, and penalties decided it all. Italy fell to England, a cruel shootout. For Mario Balotelli, the dream ends just short. Years of near misses, moments of brilliance, and decisive performances couldn't bring the trophy home. Sometimes, football is measured in inches, and tonight, the margin was all that mattered. Mario was top scorer of World Cup with 6 goals, and best player of tournament. He has already 9 goals, very close to step into top 10. He scored 39 goals in this season, which is record for his career. On Champions League he got just 17 goals. He doesn't have good progress there. So after this season his overall goes to 88. It was stuck kinda long. That's good news for him. Now it's sad moment. Do you remember deal? If not UCL, someone needs to leave. And that's gonna be Leonardo Bonucci. Well, that's not bad, he would leave next season anyway. So in this season he gained 1 Morel Serie A trophy. 2nd Golden Boot. He has already 212 goals. Overall growth to 88. And 13 trophies in total. 6 seasons in. FIFA 19 begins with experience, with scars, and with motivation. Titles have been won, finals have been lost, and the biggest dream slipped away on penalties. But the journey doesn't stop. Mario Balotelli returns older, smarter, and more focused. No longer chasing belief, he demands results. In this season, we are gonna buy new teammate for Balotelli. This will be Federico Chiesa from Fiorentina. So with him our squad looks much better, and ready to win trophies. Also Mario is gonna be our new captain since now on. So this year Juventus bought Ronaldo. That's gonna make our plans complicated. Season 6 was played with experience. The hunger was still there, but now it was controlled. Mario Balotelli didn't force moments anymore. He waited for them, and when they came, he finished. The goals reflected that maturity. Cleaner movement, smarter positioning, decisions made in seconds, not emotion. Some goals were powerful, struck with confidence. Others were calm, almost effortless. Defenders knew his game, and still, they couldn't stop it. This season wasn't about noise. It was about numbers. Goal after goal, match after match, Balotelli delivered. No rush, no panic, just a striker who understood his craft. Season 6 didn't change the journey. It strengthened it. But his great performance wasn't enough to win Serie A. Inter was unstoppable. He was top scorer with 37 goals and winning one more Golden Boot in Serie A. Now he has 154 goals. And slowly knocking to top 10's door. They lost on Coppa Nazionale too. Against Roma in quarter-finals. On Champions League they couldn't do any better. Manchester City was there. And deal is deal. Wheel is here to make decision who is gonna leave. And that's gonna be Biglia. So in the next season we need to buy midfielder. So season finished without trophies. Even though Mario had a great season. 47 goals in total. But just 5 goals on Champions League. That's our squad after season ends. And his overall moved to 90. He has already 3 Golden Boots. 259 carrier goals. And overall went to 90. Now we are going to FIFA 20. Season 7 starts now. We are gonna buy new young talent from Everton. Instead of Biglia, Davies is our new midfielder. With him our squad looks like this. Hope he will develop very well. After last season's great performance, Balotelli wasn't nominated for Ballon d'Or race. And Mohamed Salah is winning it. Season 7 was about authority. This wasn't a striker chasing form. This was a striker in control. Mario Balotelli played with patience, with confidence, with certainty. The goals came naturally, smart runs, clean finishes, moments where the game slowed down for him. Some goals were about power, others about timing, all of them about experience. Defenders knew the danger, they prepared for it, and still, they couldn't stop it. This season wasn't loud, it was efficient. Goal after goal, Balotelli delivered without forcing anything. No drama, no hesitation, just a player at the peak of his understanding. Season 7 didn't add hype, it added weight. An unbeaten season, 104 points. Not a single loss. And still, not enough. Juventus finished higher. 37 goals. Another Golden Boot. Even in heartbreak, he delivers. And he moved to 9 places in Serie A. All-time top scorers list. 191 goals already. But they won Coppa Nazionale. Trophy number 14. After a season of heartbreak, one opportunity remains. Europe offers a different stage. The Champions League final. AC Milan against Manchester City. 90 minutes to forget league disappointment. 90 minutes to chase the one trophy that defines greatness. For Mario Balotelli, this is more than a final. It's a chance to turn goals into glory. To turn pain into history. The road has been long. The pressure has been constant. Now, there are no excuses. This is the Champions League final. The balance is broken. One moment of quality. Bernardo Silva finds the space and finishes with precision. Manchester City take the lead. Milan now have everything to chase. The response was instant. No panic, no hesitation. Mario Balotelli took responsibility, found the space, and finished with authority. A goal in the Champions League final. Just minutes after falling behind, Milan are level. 1-1. This is his moment. Mario Balotelli again. Calm, clinical, decisive. 2 goals in the final. AC Milan lead 2-1. On the biggest stage, the hero steps forward. The final whistle blows. AC Milan are champions of Europe. After seasons of heartbreak, after finals lost and titles missed by the smallest margins, Mario Balotelli delivers when it matters most. 2 goals in a Champions League final. Leadership under pressure, a moment that defines a career. Tonight isn't just about a trophy. It's about perseverance, about belief, about turning pain into greatness. Mario Balotelli lifts the Champions League with AC Milan. This is history. Trophy number 15. He was also top scorer on Champions League with 12 goals. Now he has 34. That wasn't end of season. Euro 2020 were coming. And Mario is ready like never. That's how Italy's squad looks for tournament. From the first match, he took responsibility. Mario Balotelli wasn't just part of the team, he led it. Goal after goal, moment after moment. When Italy needed belief, he provided it. Tight games, high pressure, knockout nights where one mistake ends everything. Balotelli carried the weight, the goals, the expectations, and Italy followed, through the group stage, through the knockouts, all the way to the final. This wasn't a team carried by hope. It was a team carried by its leader. The final awaits. The journey has led here. Through pressure, through responsibility, through one man leading the way. Italy stand in the final of Euro 2020. Across the pitch waits Spain. A team built on control, patience, and history. But Italy arrive with belief, with momentum, with a leader who carried them here. For Mario Balotelli, this is more than a final. It's the chance to complete the story, to turn leadership into legacy. 90 minutes, one trophy. The Euro 2020 final begins now. The deadlock is broken. One moment of precision. Rodrigo finds the finish and Spain take the lead. Italy now have everything to respond. And the response is immediate. When Italy needed belief, Mario Balotelli delivered. Calm under pressure, clinical in the moment. 1-1. The leader steps up on the biggest stage. He does it again. Mario Balotelli. Strength, composure, no doubt. 2 goals in the final. Italy turn it around. 2-1. Spain refused to disappear. Wave after wave of pressure. Italy pushed deeper. And then, the breakthrough. Thiago finds the equalizer. 2-2. The final is wide open once again. The pressure finally tells. One decisive moment. Alvaro Morata finishes it. Spain retake the lead. 3-2. Another final. Another moment that slips away. Italy gave everything. They fought until the last second. They believed. Mario Balotelli led them, scored when it mattered, and carried the weight of a nation. But football can be unforgiving. Spain found the final goal. And that was enough. For Italy, it's heartbreak once again. So close to glory, and left with nothing. Across the pitch, Spain celebrate. Joy, relief, history made. For Mario Balotelli, this defeat hurts deeply. Because performances like this deserved more. Sometimes, legacy isn't built only on trophies, but on moments, leadership, and sacrifice. Tonight, Spain celebrate, and Italy walk away with broken hearts. Good thing was from this Euro that Mario scored 7 goals. And now he has 14 in total. Like Ronaldo, so in this season he scored 59 goals. And his overall goes to 92. After failure with Italy, he comes back to Milan and win Coppa Nazionale. And Super Cup against Valencia. So this season is over, time to take a look at challenges. So he already has 2 Champions League titles, 4 Golden Boot, 318 career goals, 92 overall and 17 trophies. This time we are going to FIFA 21. Season 8 starts now. So this season, we strengthen the back line. A new centerpiece. A defender built for stability, power, and control. Ibrahima Konate. Mario Balotelli remains the leader up front. Now he has the support he needs behind him. At this point, the story isn't about arrival. It's about endurance. Every defender knows his name. Every crowd expects the moment. Every miss is louder than every goal. This season didn't start with fireworks. It started with pressure. Games where space disappeared. Matches decided by patience, not speed. Moments where one touch had to be enough. And in those moments, Mario Balotelli remained. Sometimes it was strength, holding off defenders who threw everything at him. Sometimes it was intelligence, one step ahead, one run too late to stop. And sometimes, it was pure instinct. Goals that didn't explode the stadium, but drained it into silence. Season 8 wasn't about reminding the world who he is. The world already knew. It was about answering the same question again and again. Can you still do it? And once again, the answer came in goals. And just like that, they won Serie A once again. Main man was Balotelli with 40 goals. So now he is 3rd place all-time top scorer list in Italy. With 231 goals. They also easily win Coppa Italia, 3-0 against Fiorentina. They reached Champions League final. Back-to-back finals don't feel special anymore. They feel expected. The league is already won. 2 trophies are close enough to touch. But one match decides how this season will be remembered. Across from them stands Atletico Madrid. A team that doesn't need the ball. A team that waits for mistakes. This isn't about brilliance. It's about survival. For Mario Balotelli, this is the weight of a whole season on one night. Win, and this becomes history. Lose, and nothing else matters. The final starts now. In a final like this, space doesn't exist. Every pass is pressed. Every touch is contested. But then, one moment. The ball falls outside the box. Defenders hesitate, just for a second. And that's all Mario Balotelli needs. From long distance, he unleashes everything. Power, accuracy, belief. The stadium explodes. In the Champions League final, with a treble on the line, Mario Balotelli scores first. And now, the pressure turns into control. Atletico push forward, but Milan stay calm. One quick move, one perfect pass. Paulo Dybala arrives at the right moment and finishes with class. 2-0. Milan are in command. AC Milan are champions of Europe, again. Back-to-back Champions League titles. A season completed. A treble secured. In a final where pressure could have broken them, they controlled it. Mario Balotelli set the tone. Paulo Dybala sealed it. This wasn't chaos. It was authority. History isn't made loudly. Sometimes it's made decisively. Milan stand on top of Europe once more. Mario was also top scorer on Champions League with 12 goals. And now he has 46 goals in tournament's history. So in this season he scored 54 goals. They also won Supercoppa, trophy number 21. On Super Cup, Napoli was better and steal one more trophy from Milan. After the greatest season of his career, Mario Balotelli is nominated for the Ballon d'Or. And this time, there is no doubt. For the first time in his career, Mario Balotelli wins the Ballon d'Or. And his overall growth to 94. This team will be more dangerous for next season. Now time for challenges. So he has 1 Ballon d'Or, 6 Serie A trophies, 3 Champions League, 5 Golden Boots, 372 goals in total, 94 overall, and 21 trophies. A new season begins. FIFA 22. For the first time, Mario Balotelli starts a season as the Ballon d'Or winner. Expectations rise. Pressure doubles. The goals don't count from last year. The trophies stay in the past. Now comes the hardest part, doing it again. The season started perfectly. Goals, confidence, momentum. But football can change in a second. One challenge, one wrong landing. Mario Balotelli goes down. The diagnosis is brutal. 6 months out. No goals, no finals, no control. For the first time in a long time, he can only watch. The hardest test of his career has just begun. Without Mario Balotelli, everything became harder. They stayed in the title race. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Second place in Serie A. And in the Coppa Italia, the run ended in the semi-finals against Napoli. On Champions League, Inter beat them in final 3-1. That was double damage. No trophies, no comeback. Just a season that proved one thing clearly: without Balotelli, Milan weren't the same. But even though he missed half season, Mario managed to score 28 goals. 21 in Serie A. Now he has 252 goals in history. On Champions League, he just scored 5 goals and stepped into top 10. The season isn't over yet. The World Cup is coming, and Italy almost made a huge mistake. They thought about leaving Balotelli out. But he's the Ballon d'Or winner. You can't ignore that. So he's been called up. He won't be ready for the group stage, but if Italy survive, Balotelli returns for the knockouts. They got second place in group stage with 4 points. It was enough. Now comes Czech Republic in playoff. So he comes back and scores against them. Italy made it all the way to the semi-finals, but it ended in the cruelest way. Penalties. France held their nerve, and Italy was sent home. No trophy, no redemption. For Balotelli, this season was a nightmare, one of the hardest of his career. So he managed to score just 2 goals in World Cup. So in this season he has 30 goals, which isn't that bad. So after 9 seasons he has 1 Ballon d'Or, 0 international trophies, 6 Serie A trophy, 3 Champions League, 5 Golden Boot, 402 career goals, 94 overall, and 21 trophies. 10 seasons in, FIFA 23 begins a new chapter in the Balotelli journey. So much has been won, and so much has been missed by inches. And the deal is still active. We could not win Champions League last season. One starter from the starting 11 will have to leave the club. No excuses, no protection. The wheel of doom is back. That is gonna be our wall, John Stones. His place will take Tomori. Also I will put Tonali to starting 11. This transfer window not gonna buy anyone. Squad looks really good anyway. Okay, let's simulate 10 season and see what they did. The season has come down. 1 final, 1 trophy fight for Coppa Italia, AC Milan against Napoli. 90 minutes, no second chances. The Coppa Italia final begins now. And in the big moment of the season, it was him again. Mario Balotelli, the man for finals, the man for pressure. When Milan needed the difference, he delivered. The final whistle blows, and 1 goal is enough to bring another trophy home to Milan. When the team needed him most, Mario Balotelli was there again. Now, under the lights, he steps forward to lift the trophy for AC Milan. On Champions League, Manchester City end their journey. But they won Serie A one more time, trophy number 23. Another league title added, and another step closer to greatness. And of course, main scorer was Balotelli. He scored 48 goals in total. 40 goals in Serie A, and won 1 more Golden Boot. Now he is all-time top scorer in Italy with 292 goals. Legendary result for Super Mario. On Champions League he just scored 3 goals, which means he has 54 in total. Now time for challenges. After this season, he has already 7 Serie A trophies, 6 Golden Boot, 450 career goals. Unfortunately his overall went down to 90 after last season injury, and 23 trophies in total. After everything he gave to AC Milan, Mario Balotelli made a decision nobody expected. He's leaving. No farewell season, no slow goodbye, just one announcement, and shock across the football world. Balotelli will not stay at Milan. A new chapter begins. And it begins in FC 24, season 11 is here. He got many offers from huge clubs, but Mario decided to go Arsenal. England was calling. The Premier League, a league that demands pace, power, and personality. Arsenal moved quickly. The deal was agreed, and a new chapter was written. New colours replace the red and black. A new stadium becomes home, and a new challenge begins. Mario Balotelli has arrived at Arsenal. That's how Arsenal's squad looks like with Balotelli. Also, we can buy one teammate for Mario. Let's make left wing strong. So Davis will be his new teammate. And the new chapter begins immediately with a final. The Community Shield. Mario Balotelli's first game in Arsenal colours comes against the toughest possible opponent, Manchester City. The final begins, but Balotelli starts on the bench. From the sidelines, he watches the game unfold, waiting for his moment. Because even when he doesn't start, everyone knows one thing. If Arsenal need a goal, his name will be called. The game is locked at 1-1. An hour gone. Arsenal needs something different. The manager turns to the bench and calls for Mario Balotelli. 60 minutes in, now it's his moment. And it takes no time at all. Straight away, the difference is visible. One sharp movement, one perfect combination. The ball finds Mario Balotelli, and he finishes without hesitation. An instant impact off the bench. A goal in his first final for Arsenal. That's exactly why he's here. The final whistle blows. Arsenal hold on and secure the win. In his very first game, Mario Balotelli makes the difference. His Arsenal journey begins with silverware. And that was only the beginning. From the very start of the season, Mario Balotelli began scoring goals. New club, same instinct. The Premier League welcomed him fast. 5 games played, 6 goals already. The record stands at 36. It sounds impossible, but the season is just getting started. The question is simple now. Can Mario Balotelli do it? But in Balotelli's mind, there were bigger priorities. Winning the Champions League for the first time in Arsenal's history. And ending a wait that has lasted far too long. Arsenal last won the Premier League in 2003-04. More than 20 years ago. This season isn't about numbers. It's about history. Season is almost done, and they won Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Trophy number 25. They couldn't win FA Cup. In Premier League, 1 game left. Arsenal lead the league with 86 points. They just needed to not lose game. 88 minutes played, and they were losing. Then, one moment. Mario Balotelli, an equaliser when it mattered most. 1-1. It was enough. The Emirates erupts. The stadium is on fire. Fans know what it means. That goal didn't just change the game, it changed history. This isn't just a celebration, it's release. Years of waiting, years of near misses, all gone in one moment. The goal didn't just save a match, it delivered a title. Red shirts everywhere, arms in the air, a stadium that waited more than 20 years finally allowed to believe again. Mario Balotelli stands in the middle of it all, not shouting, not rushing. Just watching history happen. This is what football saves moments for. This is Arsenal, champions again. One more trophy comes to his cabinet. The record stayed out of reach. 36 goals remained untouched. But in his first season in the Premier League, Mario still finished on top. 31 goals, Premier League Golden Boot. And it didn't stop there. Alongside the goals, Mario Balotelli was named Premier League Player of the Season. On Champions League dream, Real Madrid ended it up in playoffs. But back home, there was still reason to celebrate. 2 trophies, a Premier League title after more than 20 years, and silverware returned to North London. Across the city, Arsenal celebrated. One dream ended, another was fulfilled. But the season wasn't over yet. The summer was still burning, because UEFA Euro 2024 was coming. The group stage was brutal. Portugal, Germany, Poland, Italy struggled, but survived. 5 points, second place. Then here comes Spain. Italy was better in penalties. Then Czech Republic. Last stop was Portugal in Euro final. 1 match from glory. Across the pitch stands Portugal, experience, power, and a familiar rival. This isn't about form anymore. It's not about how you got here. It's about who delivers when everything is on the line. The final is ready. Balotelli pulls the trigger early, the shot is saved. But the danger isn't cleared. The ball drops, and David Fratesi is there. First to react, first to finish. Italy strike first. Portugal respond immediately. 1 moment of quality. Bernardo Silva finds the space and finishes with precision. 1-1. Extra time was already written. Everyone was preparing for it. Then, one final push. Federico Chiesa takes the ball, runs at the defense, refuses to slow down. 1 pass cuts through everything. Mario Balotelli. Silence. 1 touch. 1 strike. 1-2. When the final was about to escape, Italy grabbed it. The moment arrives. Mario Balotelli steps forward, calm, composed, certain. He lifts the European Championship trophy for Italy. a leader, a winner, a champion. And of course he was best player of tournament and scored 6 goals, which means he has already 20 goals in Euros history, which is crazy. Mario returns to London, carrying the Euro trophy. Confidence high, straight back into action, and straight into another win. Against Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal lift the Community Shield once again. So in this season he scored 53 goals, 6 on Champions League, and now he has 60 goals, took 7th place in list. And he was nominated for Ballon d'Or, but Vinny steals it. They won Champions League last year, main character was Vinny Jr. So he completed 7 Golden Boot challenge, also he added 1 international trophy to his cabinet. Won 8 league trophies. He has now 503 goals in total, but his overall went down to 89. He also has 28 trophies. 7 more and this will be done. One season ends with trophies, another begins with expectation. FC 25, Season 12. Last year, the Champions League slipped away. And that means one thing. The doom wheel is back. The wheel spins, the tension rises, and it stops on white. The rule is clear, the consequence is locked in. So in this season we can make one transfer. To control games, to dominate midfield battles. So Arsenal went straight to the top. Nicolo Barella leaves Inter Milan and arrives in North London. The midfield is upgraded. Also Timber is gonna take White's place on right wing. And just like last season, he started fast. Goals came early, then more followed. Hat-tricks, decisive moments, match after match. Defenders couldn't slow him down. Goalkeepers couldn't stop him. The awards followed. Player of the Month. In a season with pressure and consequences, Mario Balotelli set the tone immediately. So just like that, Arsenal defend their crown. Back-to-back Premier League champions. And of course top scorer was Mario again with 31 goals. They lost in round 4 on FA Cup. And Mansfield Town end their journey on Carabao Cup. On Champions League phase they finished first place. Then it came Stuttgart, they beat them easily. Next comes Mario's familiar team AC Milan. In semi-finals they destroyed Germany giant Bayern. After more than 20 years, Arsenal are back in the Champions League final. This is more than a final. It's the end of a long wait. Arsenal chased this moment through rebuilds, disappointments, and belief. Now, they stand on Europe's biggest stage again. The Champions League final. Across from them waits Paris Saint-Germain, a team built for this competition, a team that knows what pressure feels like. For Arsenal, this is history calling. For Mario Balotelli, it's another night to lead. Everything comes down to this. The final starts at full intensity. And then, Bukayo Saka finds the space and finishes with confidence. Arsenal strike first, but the response is immediate. One moment of power, one clean finish. Dusan Vlahovic makes no mistake. PSG strike back. 1-1. And when the moment arrives, the leader steps up. Mario finds the space, Arsenal are back in front. And Arsenal aren't done yet. One last push, one final statement. Bukayo Saka finishes it. 1-3. The final is slipping away from PSG, and history is within Arsenal's reach. And this time, there is no collapse. No late twist, no heartbreak. After years of waiting, after finals lost and dreams delayed, Arsenal have reached the summit of Europe. For the first time in their history, they are Champions League winners. Red shirts fall to their knees. Fans around the world erupt. A club that waited decades finally lifts the one trophy that always escaped them. This isn't just a win. This is history. Trophy number 30 goes to collection. 17 goals. A number that once stood alone. This season, Mario reaches it. The same Champions League record set by Cristiano Ronaldo. One of the greatest seasons the competition has ever seen. So he is on 5th place all-time top scorers list, with 77 goals. In this season they also managed to win Community Shield, and Super Cup as well, which means Trophy 32 is here. After a historic season, Mario was nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Goals, trophies, Champions League glory, but on the biggest stage, one final performance made the difference. Bukayo Saka's display in the Champions League final was enough to tip the scale. The Ballon d'Or slipped away. He scored 50 goals in this season, and made history with Arsenal. Season is over, and we have just one challenge completed. This is it, the final chapter. After conquering Europe and England, Mario Balotelli crossed the ocean to Toronto. A new league, a new culture. FC 25 becomes the last stage of his journey. No FC 26. No next season. One last run, one last dance. This is about finishing the story the right way. And in Toronto, he's not alone. 2 familiar faces from Italy are waiting. Lorenzo Insigne, Federico Bernardeschi. The Italian core is back together for the final chapter. We can sign one player, so it's gonna be new keeper, Leno. And just like everywhere he's been before, it didn't take long. New country, new league, new surroundings, but the instinct stayed the same. Goals started coming, stadiums started learning his name. From Europe to America, from Milan to London to Toronto, the story never changed. Wherever Mario Balotelli goes, goals follow. Halfway through the season, and Toronto are on top. First place, and once again, Mario Balotelli is leading the way. 19 goals. The main man, the difference maker, but another stage is calling. The World Cup, his final tournament in Italy colours. His last chance on the biggest international stage. And this time, he won't go alone. Lorenzo Insigne is called up too. One last ride, one last mission, for Italy. Squad looks decent for World Cup and ready to lift it. From the first match, he took control. Leading with goals, leading with belief. Mario Balotelli carried Italy through the group stage. 7 points, first place, top of the group. Then came Mexico in playoff. They beat England in quarter-finals. Then Germany in semis 0-3. This is the night everything leads to. Years of memories, years of battles. One final stage, the World Cup final. For Italy, it's another chance at glory. For Mario Balotelli, it's his last dance in blue. Across the pitch stands Portugal national football team, experienced, fearless, ready. 90 minutes to decide a lifetime. History is waiting. And the silence falls. One chance. Cristiano Ronaldo rises to the occasion and strikes first. Portugal take the lead. But the response is immediate. Mario Balotelli stepped forward. On the biggest stage of his career, he delivers again. Portugal refused to slow down. The ball is lifted into the area, and Cristiano Ronaldo is waiting. The final turns again. But Italy aren't finished. One quick combination, one perfect movement. The ball comes back to him, and he finishes. And everything explodes. The stadium is on fire. Fans lose control. Teammates rush toward him. 90 minutes were almost gone. Then, one last push. Mario Balotelli. He finds the space. He finds the moment. A goal. The stadium explodes. And before anyone can breathe, he does it again. 2 goals in the final minutes. From heartbreak, to hope, to history. Fans in tears, teammates in disbelief. On the biggest night of his life, Mario Balotelli gave everything. And the world felt it. And finally, the whistle blows. It's over. Italy are world champions. After all the journeys, the pressure, the doubts, they've reached the top of the world. Mario Balotelli delivers the performance of a lifetime. A hat-trick, in a World Cup final. History, legend, immortality. This is his moment. This is Italy's moment. Now Italy has 5 World Cups with Brazil. He scored 5 goals on World Cup and made one more history, 16 goals, all-time top scorer of competition. Mario Balotelli arrives in Toronto. With the World Cup in his hands. Fans wait, cameras flash, history walks through the terminal. He conquered the world, and now he's back to finish the story. They finished first place in USA with 81 points. And they beat Philadelphia, then Messi's Inter Miami in semi-finals. Standing in the way, Portland Timbers. This isn't just another game. This is Mario Balotelli's last appearance as a professional footballer. One final chance to lead the pitch the way he always did, as a winner. Every legend reaches this moment. The night when everything stops. After years of goals, trophies, pressure, and glory, Mario Balotelli walks onto a football pitch for the last time. From Milan to London, from Europe to America, from young talent to world champion, he's lived every chapter, and now, only one remains. The final, against Portland Timbers. This isn't just a match. It's a farewell to stadiums, to fans, to nights like this. One last chance to lead the game the way he always played it, with courage, with passion, and with something unforgettable. This is not the end. This is the final page of a legendary story. And the breakthrough comes early. One moment of quality, one clean strike. Lorenzo Insigne finds the space and makes no mistake. In Balotelli's final match, his old teammate sets the tone. And then, it happens. As if football itself was waiting for this moment. One last attack, one last opening. The ball rolls to Mario Balotelli. One strike. In his final match, in his final minutes, he scores his last goal. The stadium rises. Teammates run to him. Fans hold their breath. A career ends the only way it could, with the ball in the net. Toronto have done it. They win the trophy. For the fans, for the club, for the city, and most of all, for Mario Balotelli. In his last match, with his last goal, he leads them to one final victory. Toronto FC lift the trophy. A perfect ending for a legendary career. He scored 29 goals in MLS. Now challenges for last time, so he won 1 Ballon d'Or out of 5. He won 2 major trophies for Italy, 10 league trophies, 4 Champions League, 9 Golden Boots, 587 career goals. His overall couldn't reach 99, and he won 34 trophies. And that's the end of the journey. Mario Balotelli's story is complete. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to subscribe for more football stories. Thank you for watching. Let me know in comments what would you like next.